Fuck, that's peaceful. Just give me a second. I thought I downloaded something. Where? Yes, download. Okay, there we go. Okay, extract this. Yes, I want to extract this. I'll be looking at chat in a second. Okay, good. And now I can do this, and then this, and then this, and then this. There's a lot of people that I see using the anonymous handle, so I don't know who it could be. It could either be Rito, Moth, Chloe, Tokame-san, or someone else. So I literally have no idea who it could be. How are you all today? Hi, Rabby. How you doing? I am back. Hello, back. It's good to see you back. Alright, let's get... So I've got special things to show today. Today, we're going to be going over some of the pictures from when I was in Japan a year ago. Because a year ago, I was not here. I was not in the country of America. In fact, it was actually on the 15th that I flew out from Logan Airport in Boston to Hong Kong, and then to Fukuoka. I can't believe it's been like a full year since that trip began. Oh my god. Here we go.
Let's hear you say,
Wow,
I will send
exactly.
a birthday present for my mother to America.
Dad, not the dad joke. Well, can't stop me. Let's see. Haha e no tanjobi presentをアメリカまで送ります。
母への誕生日プレゼントをアメリカまで送ります。
Yeah, finally, I'm getting that. Okay, I've been struggling with that on my own the last few days.
Try to say, by special delivery, please. How much does it cost?
Sukutatsu. I think it's Sukutatsu でお願いしてます。いくらかかりますか？
速達でお願いします。いくらかかりますか？
I am good. So what's up? Not much. I am streaming. I am doing my Japanese studies. I've read a little bit of the Japanese news today, and I prepared another YouTube short and I prepared the bundle of pictures that I'll be showing off today. They will be encompassing from September 15th, when my plane took off, all the way to September 19th, which is today. And so for every day that I was in Japan, I will be showing pictures and correspondence that day. However, if I miss a day, I will be showing those pictures for that day in the following stream. That way, we can catch up. Now, that said, because it's 4 days... 4 days that I missed, or 3 days I missed, I have 94 pictures. I came on a good day, huh? You did come on a good day. You get to see the start of my journey Sokutatsu de onegaishimasu. I always mess up sokutatsu.
What's the meaning of
私は夫にブレスレットをもらいました。
I'm a pierce my side, elaborate on live later. What the hell does that mean? Also, I did the thing that you recommended a while back about monetizing. I did the thing. And Chloe, you came in time because you're going to be, after we do my studies, we're going to be going over some of the pictures for when I was in Japan and going to Japan. 私は夫にプレゼントをもらいました。I received a bracelet from my husband.
I got a bracelet from my husband.
A central labre lip piercing. I'm a pierce one on the end. I see. I have no idea what a labre is. But I will say, I'm making sure that I myself am in none of the pictures. I am not going to let myself, be seen. But I'm going to, if you can see the outline of me through, a reflection, that's fine, so long as you can't see my face.
What does it mean when you say,
そうですね。多分全部で2万円近くかかるでしょ
そうですね。多分全部で2万円近くかかるでしょ Let's see. In total, I think it's around... in total, it's probably around 20,000 yen, I think. I can only type basic words because my brain is not functioning. It's okay. It's okay, Rabbi. I have those days too, where my brain is just trash and I can't even think. But yeah, I took Chloe's advice and got the monetization thing functioning, and I'm just excited for today.
well, probably it will cost close to 20,000 yen in total, I think.
Honestly, I've been very tired over the last few days. I almost didn't stream today, but then I was like, no, I really want to show these pictures.
What's the meaning of
う。ええ、構いませんよ。一緒に行きましょ
構いませんよ。一緒に行きましょう. No, I don't mind, Let's go together. Dog, I'm in bed ready to fall asleep after the stream is over.
No,
Fair.
I don't mind, Let's go together.
I think right after
What
I
does it
do my
mean when you say-
review, we're gonna go
う。
right
すみ
into
ま
the
せんが
pictures.
中央郵便局まで乗せて行ってくださいませんか
Okay. すみませんが、中郵便局まで乗せていてくださいませんか which is, excuse me, but could you bring me to the central post office, please?
I'm sorry, but could you please give me a ride to the central post office?
I'm gonna mark it as no because that's very
What's the
different.
meaning of
クリスマスに夫とプレゼントを交換しました。
I love people showing photos from their vacation. This wasn't actually a vacation. If you ask Rito about this, she will say that I did disappear for quite a few months. Hold on a second. Where is it? There. Rito will definitely attest that I disappeared for a few months, and it's because I was in Japan for 6 weeks, and when I came back, my entire living situation was different from when I left. My family had moved, my parents had divorced. I was living where I could because money's tight and everything's expensive. But I'm in a better place now, and that's what matters. Eventually, I made my way back, but for a good few months, I was gone. I never had the chance to really build the Gundam, the Gunplas that I bought, or a layover before Thailand, so I'm jealous of her. I wouldn't be too jealous. She can't leave the airport. It was fine. She can't leave the airport, so she's gonna have to stay there. But yeah, it sounds overwhelming, but it was fine. I'm fine now, and I'm back, aren't I? Don't worry about it. Christmas に夫とプレゼントを交換しました。 I traded Christmas presents with my husband?
I exchanged presents with my husband at Christmas.
Yes.
What does it mean when you say,
郵便局までお願いしてもいいですか？
Oila you Halen. What the hell does that mean? What does that mean? Yubin-kyoku. We also need to start trying to find ways. We love you, Halen. I see. Thank you. Thank you so much. I also need one thing that I need to start doing is I need to start upping my. I need to find a way to get my Twitch view count to stay up because the concurrent viewers is dropping. And if the concurrent viewers drops too much, all the interactivity that I have for the viewers will disappear. So I need to find a way to make sure that that does not happen. It's annoying. And I appreciate all the love and support. I appreciate all the love and support, I really do. 郵便局までお願いしてもいいですか? Would you do me a favor and help me carry this to the post office for me?
May I ask you to carry it to the post office? What's the meaning of,
先に銀行に寄ってもいいですか？
先に銀行に寄ってもいいですか? First, can I stop by the bank first? Why do your ribs hurt? What happened?
may I stop by at the bank first? What does it mean when you say,
通訳してくださいませんか？
通訳してくださいませんか? Could you interpret for me?
could you please interpret for me? Let's see if you can say, may I do a little bit of shopping later?
Hi Heath, how are you today? 後でちょっと買い物してもいいですか?
後でちょっと買い物してもいいですか？
Yes.
Okay, now try to say, how many packages do you have?
荷物は何ですか? No. I don't remember.
荷物がいくつありますか？
荷物はいくつありますか? How are you today, Heath? How are you?
What's the meaning of,
それでそわそわしてるんだ。
それでそわそわしてるんだ. That's why you're sneaking around. No, that's why you're fidgeting.
that's why you are fidgeting?
Hey, I actually remembered it.
How do you say, well, then please bring some beverage?
じゃあ、飲み物。じゃあ、飲み物を持ってきてください。
そうですね。じゃあ飲み物を持ってきてください。
Yeah, I like your new Maka PFP. I think I have a crush on a guy in my band section. That's not too bad. Honestly, I think that it's okay to have like a crush on someone.
Try to say, shall I help you in some way?
Let's see. He might have a GF though. That's where things get difficult. If he has a GF, don't fuck with that. Because I'll tell you this. Girls at fucking all of your ages are vicious. No. They're vicious. Don't fuck with them. I used to referee soccer games for kids when I was younger. And let me tell you, I learned very quickly, fear the girls. The girls are vicious. Girls will literally attack each other during a soccer match. Boys will not do that. They will not get into a needless fight. No, girls will. Girls will literally go for the ankles Girls will literally go for the ankles to fucking mess with each other. Guys, they don't do that. Yes, I know that. That's why I'm telling you, don't fuck with that. No, wait. Tetsukuri o... I don't remember.
何か手伝いましょうか？
何か手伝いましょうか?
Let's hear you say, they don't have what I really want.
They don't have what I really want. ありませんかちょうどいいがありません。ちょうどいいがありませんか
ちょうどいいのがありません。
I forgot. I'm not. That's. I don't have much opinion on like sexuality or gender. As long as you don't make it everything that you're about. Like, my big thing is you are a person. Don't let your defining thing be which way you fall in love or which way you feel towards someone. You are more than that. Or like which gender you are. It's like the same thing. Don't let it define you. Be who you are. Don't let it define you. ちょうどいいのがありません. There's a lot of people out there in the world that let that stuff define them and they become the most unhappy people. Y'all are crazy. Yeah, but I like crazy. And I like that my chat's crazy. And I appreciate the love.
Do you remember how to say, lastly, we add a pinch of salt and cook for 1 hour over low heat?
最後、塩を一つまみ、しばらく弱火で1時間煮ます。煮ます。
最後に塩を一つまみ入れて弱火で1時間煮ます。
It's close, but no.
How do you say, I am looking for some long sleeve blouses?
長い袖のブラウスを探しています。
長袖のブラウスを探しています。
長袖のブラウスを探しています。Today's vibe has been very off. I want to sleep and get it over with. I gotta save this candy for me to eat when I pierce myself. I am honestly exhausted from today. Well, I'm just exhausted in general. But I'm always tired.
Now try and say, let's keep going.
頑張りましょう。の一緒。
頑張りましょう。
Yes, I was right.
Let's hear you say, then we add the curry roux and cook over low heat for a little while.
それからカリールーを入れてしばらく弱火で煮ます。
それからカレールーを入れてしばらく弱火で煮ます。
There it is. Shibaraku is for a little while. That's what I've been forgetting.
Okay, now try to say, tell me, how do you eat it?
食べますか？どうして食べません？食べてん？No. Guys, be every okay. どうやって食べるませんか？
どうやって食べるんですか？
食べるんですか？ Okay, I was close.
What's the way to say, oh, of course, Mount Fuji is much taller, you know.
Also, I'm not going to be live tomorrow. I'm going to be going to a convention tomorrow. The only convention I'll probably be going to all year. And I'll be back on Sunday. もちろん富士山の方がずっと高いですよ。
ああ、もちろん富士山の方がずっと高いですよ。
白の山はずっと高いですよ。白の山の方がずっと高いですよ。The White Mountains are the biggest, you know.
Try to say, by special delivery, please. How much does it cost?
I'm gonna watch a video on lip piercings real quick. I won't leave live because I'll watch this video on my tablet. Fair. Kusure. No. So, wait. 速達でお願いします。いくらかかりますか？
速達でお願いします。いくらかかりますか？
Yes.
What does it mean when you say,
すみませんが、中央郵便局まで乗せていってくださいませんか？
Alright, すみませんが、中央郵便局まで乗せていってくださいませんか？ Let's see. Excuse me, but could I ask you to give me a ride to the central post office?
I'm sorry, but could you please give me a ride to the central post office? Okay, now try to say, how
Hello,
many
Twitchcast.
packages do you have?
Hello, viewers of Twitchcast. Hi, Rabbi. Welcome back. 荷物はいくつありますか?
荷物がいくつありますか?
Almost there.
Try to say, shall I help you in some way?
片付けを手伝いませんか?
何か手伝いましょうか?
何か手伝いましょうか? Actually, save money and let a professional do it. It would be a lot better. I will admit to that. It'd be a lot safer.
Let's hear you say, they don't have what I really want.
ちょうどいいのがありません.
ちょうどいいのがありません。
There we go. We're almost
Do
there.
you remember how to say,
Then we'll get to the pictures.
lastly, we add a pinch of salt and cook for 1 hour over low heat.
最後、塩を一つまみ入れて、弱火で1時間煮ます。No, not 煮ます。煮ます。1時間煮ます。
最後に塩を一つまみ入れて弱火で1時間煮ます。
Oh, I got a Sakura Miku plush 6 years ago when I was in Japan and I visited Akiba.
Okay, now try to say, tell me, how do you eat it?
どうして食べるんですか? No, it's どうやって食べるんですか?
どうやって食べるんですか?
There it is.
Try to say, shall I help you in some way?
何か手伝いましょうか?
何か手伝いましょうか?
Finally. Okay, chat. Let's see. Where is... Let me start opening up the pictures and get it all set up. So just give me a second. We're also going to switch the category on Twitch for a time being to just chat or game travel? I guess that works. I guess that category kind of works. Not exactly what I need, but it'll do. Let me just... Okay. So, let me see. I also should get... Oh, give me a second while I get my notebook as well. So this notebook is what I kept track of my activities in. Screen capture. Yes, I know I need it on screen capture for this. So we're about to start going over some of the pictures from when I was in Japan. This is from when I first arrived at Logan Airport. Logan Airport is a very famous airport in the East Coast that is like located within Boston by the sea. I was kind of baffled because I was there late at night, how empty the place was and how futuristic some of the tech was. Because I hadn't been inside an airport in 6 years at that point. Here's just like pictures from the airport, pictures from taking off. And this is a very special picture. The way that we crossed in Japan is that we essentially went up and around. We went over Canada, through Russia, which was dangerous in its own right. But as we were going, we came across Aurora Borealis. Yes, in that neck of the woods, at that time of year. And yes, you can see it. Right there. So, I got the chance to look at Aurora Borealis for the first time. From there, it was just like another trip. This is when I arrived in Hong Kong. Hong Kong International Airport is fucking massive. It's beautiful. It really is beautiful. But it's also super fucking fancy. I wound up finding McDonald's because at that point, the flight over had been like, what, 14 hours? So I was very hungry, so I picked up some McDonald's pancakes because it was early in the morning. And I had to wait for a 6-hour layover to go to my next flight. Out in the distance from here, you can see buildings. So Hong Kong International Airport is surrounded by mountains and the sea. So here, you can see the mountains very far off in the distance. But also beyond the plains are the buildings. I don't know exactly what the buildings are for. They're probably just apartments, but they're massive in size, and I didn't expect them to be that big close to the airport. Here's just more shots of like the airport area. Just look at the mountains. They cut off into clouds. Like literally, you can just see it cut off into clouds. Here's another shot of like another area. This is on the seaside. So you'll notice that the mountains are mostly gone from here. That's because in this angle, we're facing the ocean. I don't know exactly what this building is for. I think it's like an air traffic control tower. Air traffic control building. But from here, you can just vaguely see the ocean. Let's see. There was also, when I was in the Hong Kong International Airport, I saw this shop here that had a lot of interesting memorabilia. We had full-on helmets for Iron Man, Spider-Man, Black Panther, Optimus Prime, 2 Optimus Primes, Bumblebee, Transformers, fucking bunch of Gundam stuff, Mazinger Z. It's not Power Rangers, this is mostly like Transformers and Gundam, but I was looking at this like, what the fuck? What is this all doing here? More shots of the airport area. I think this is when I was boarding. Yeah, this should be around the time that I was boarding. Power Rangers is not all that great, but what I like better is Super Sentai. And this is, I believe, yes, this is after I had landed. I went digging through my suitcase to find this. This is something that's very near and dear to me, and something that helped me communicate with children a lot. In fact, looking at it like this, it's so clean now. Like, it's so clean like this. It's so clean. This is a Cat Bus coin purse. Or as I like to see it, my travel companion. I wore this thing everywhere I went. I bought this back in 2019, and it was the best purchase I ever made when I was in Japan. Because coins are so useful, are used so often over there, that this thing became essential to me. So I would bring it with me to whatever schools I would go to, and if a child was ever nervous to come and talk with me or interact with me, I would get down on my knees, on a knee, hold out the Cat Bus coin purse to them, because it would be dangling from around my neck, and squish the head, and motion for them to come over and squish it. And so they would. They would come over and just start squishing the head and start giggling. Their thing has quite a few dirty handprints, dirty fingerprints on it now, but this thing helped me the most. It was so popular that some people at some of the schools called me Nekoba Sensei. They would literally just call me Nekoba Sensei, and it was the cutest thing because they just recognized me because of it. I would even fold origami frogs for the kids. Nekobasu, hi! Nekobasu wa totemo kawaii desu yo! And I think one of my favorite things I got from my students, they didn't have to do this. In fact, they originally weren't supposed to, but they insisted upon doing this, is that I gave them origami frogs because I would love to reward the students. And so one thing that they did is they got together and drew a cat bus face for me on a piece of paper that we had filled out to teach them the differences between English and Japanese. And they insisted I take the paper because of it. Ah, 猫だよ。はい。優しい猫だよ。この猫はとても優しいと便利しています。No, not Benry. I love this thing. I think they were clean enough, and it's Halen's. He isn't a germaphobe, I think. I'm not. What do you even have to do to teach in a Japanese school? I'll get into that in a little bit. I'll say this, to teach English, you have to have a teaching certification for TEFL, teaching English as a foreign language. I went through an extremely fast-paced course, an extreme hands-on course, where I was in Japan and teaching there for 6 weeks. Now, this is from the day, I believe, let me check. Yep, this is the 18th. Okay, so this is from one of my earliest pictures from when I was actually in Japan. By the time I got to Japan, it was late at night. It was nighttime. I was dead tired. It was dark out. I practically fell asleep when I hit my bunk bed. So the next day, early in the morning, I went out exploring. And I found a lot of pictures I found a lot of things I took pictures of. Now, Yamashita Ka. No, there's something else here. We can understand some of this now. So Yama and Shita, which are below the mountain, but not the rest of it. That sounds so fun. Oh my gosh, I want to go to Japan. I don't know what the rest of this means, but we can look into it later. But I can definitely tell you that this is Yama and Shita. Whatever this is, it's below the mountain. So probably a grave. This I know is a grave. Near where I was staying, which was Global Arena, there was a grave tucked away in a little corner. A family grave. Hi. ちょっと Ohaka. Hi. I prayed at the grave because it felt like the right thing to do. The path to get there wasn't the easiest to get to. Now here is a good view from Global Arena at like what the area around Global Arena looks like. You go down this hill, down this road, and as you'll see soon, there's just a wide expanse of field. This is the road up. I want to emphasize, by the way, this was a fucking hill. I would have to fucking ride up this hill whenever I took the bike. I did it. Kanbei. What's kanbei? Kanbei wa nan desu ka? It was great exercise. It kept me in great shape. Just a horrible shot. But here's like some of the bamboo that you could find. Here's a better shot of like the surrounding area. Mountains in the distance. Flat land all around. Hills off to the side covered in trees. And roads everywhere. It doesn't look like much, but compared to America on the East Coast, where there's a lot of things like propped up together and clustered together, wide expanses like this are not common. The only time you will see wide expanses like this are farmlands, or on the highway. Speaking of, this is a farm. This is actually a farm. It's so peaceful. I love how peaceful it all looks. I remember it was scorching hot. This is how I learned Japanese summer is a bitch. 日本の夏はとても暑いですよ。日本の秋は 日本の秋は蒸し暑かったです。でも、日本の夏はとても暑い。Here's a little like river, not river, but like a drainage canal that I found that you could actually go into like this area here if you wanted to, but I decided not to. Here's a good shot of like the long road. At the time, by the way, I was actually walking to a 7-Eleven. I love that you could see like beams of sunlight coming through. I was walking to a 7-Eleven on foot. This walk is about 30 minutes to 7-Eleven. Oh, ちょっと涼しなってきたよ。はい。秋。冬は涼しかったです。でも、秋は、涼しくない。と、夏はすごく暑かったです。So all around me, you could see farmland. And if you look out in the distance, you can see like traditional Japanese houses. This is all in Kyushu, by the way. I was just so enraptured with the scenery. Oh, this is the first set of Jizos that I found. So Jizo statues are like, I don't remember the full meaning. Jizo wa nan desu ka? Jizo statues, I know that you can pray at them for like, what was the point? But I have family there, so I don't remember what it is. But I remember that the Jizos are important and that you could pray at them. You could find them literally all over the place. Here's a little secret passageway. Secret tunnel! Into the farmlands. Ah, here we go. Some construction forms. They don't seem like much, but the reason why I take pictures of construction of different forms, of different papers, are so that I can look back and try to translate them down the line. No, ni wa underground, under, go, gas. Ah! So this has something to do about gas line. This has something to do about a gas line. It's warning to be careful about like the gas line that's underground. I can't translate all of it, but I can at least tell you that it's saying things about underground. To decide which is please. Something about gas up here. And to inform them if the fucking gas line breaks. Kurin. So this Kurin. This was a little spot that I just found that was abandoned by two by two vending machines. I didn't really know what it was, but inside there were like crane machines, crane games. Two crane games inside that were just left abandoned. They were completely empty. Kurinu. I think what this originally was laundry. I think this was for laundry originally. Oh. お米の殻を取る。あー、機械だよ。あー。There's a pulsing rush. Oh, is that what this is? Oh yeah, no, this thing. This machine. Yes, this machine is for polishing rice. So is that what this is? This machine cleans rice. I never knew that. Okay. That's so interesting. But that makes sense because kome. So clean something kome. So clean rice. Okay. Here, off in the distance, you can vaguely make out a graveyard. I actually, towards the end of my trip, I visited that graveyard. So within the next month or two, you will see pictures of that. The 7-Eleven, let's see. Tabako. At the 7-Eleven, you can get tabako, osake, ATM. It was around 950 meters away. I often visited this 7-Eleven. Now here is one of my favorite shots from like that day. For some reason, the bamboo here collapsed in a way that formed a perfect X here. And it just made it look so imposing to not go in there. And I love that. I never went in, but looking at the bamboo was just like, this is forbidden. Yes, it was a sign. Off in the distance, you're able to see the graveyard better. This is a look at like just how far, or it would be a look at how far I walked before I realized, oh god, there's a curve. But, oh wait, no. This is a good way to see how far I walked. There is where I came from. That right there, that's Global Arena. That very big lettering, I came from up that hill. Up somewhere up here. That's how you can identify Global Arena. So as I was looking back, I was like, damn, I've come a long way. We'll come back to this. Haido. I believe entrance. Big something. I don't know what the other three are. Big entrance. Ohayo, Neoi-chan. O genki desu ka? This is from an abandoned building. Or at least I thought it was abandoned. Turns out, later on during the trip, I saw the building in use. I'm guessing it was just a nighttime laundry place? But from the outside, it looked completely derelict. Like, I'm not even kidding. It looked like it was fucking abandoned. I'm good. That's good. Some pictures from, like, a closed down card store where you could see Pichu, Pikachu, Chikorita, Squirrel. So many low creatures. Looks like a hoarder's place. It does, but it was definitely a business. Yoshitake Hashi. So, Yoshitake Bridge. So, the bridge that I crossed... I'm so happy I can read this now. And actually understand what this says. So, this is taken on Yoshitake Bridge. I took a picture of this just so I could come back and read it. Because I like doing that. Now this, I don't know who this is. This is a statue of a samurai, a local samurai. Mina-san, この人は誰ですか? Ah, この名前はわかりませんでした. Yes, I can read hiragana, and I can read some kanji. Like, this is kawa. Or gawa. Kawa or gawa. I've been teaching myself Japanese for the past year. So, I've been actively, like, trying to, like, you know, practice. So when I was in Japan, I took these pictures because I knew that I would need to look back and relearn. I'm gonna take a picture of the name on my phone give me a minute so I can try and get this name translated. I don't know why it never occurred to me when I was over there to translate it there. 誰?これは Memorial Monument to Hayakawa Isamu. Ah! Hayakawa Isamu. Meiji era. Meiji Restoration. So desu ka? So he's from Sakamoto Ryoma's time. The Meiji Restoration was around the 1800s and was kind of the thing that launched Japan into the modern age. Hayakawa. Yeah, that makes sense. Haya as in hurry. Kawa as in river. Hayakawa. Isaru. Bye bye, my fresh start. Moonstorm. Ohayou gozaimasu. Genki desu ka? Ore wa genki da yo. Here's another thing that I took a picture of so I could read, but the problem is it's a bit blurry. So let me see if I can just... Oh wait, Hayakawa-san. So, ちょっと待ってください. Hayakawa Isamu was born in Mushio Village in Onga County and died on February 11, 1899 at his home in Koishikawa, Tokyo. He was a doctor. Isamu Hayakawa-san wa issha deshita. Eh? Yokai? He went by the name Yokai? Why? I know a lot about history because I've just taught myself it. Why was he called Yokai? Okay. Known as Ikumu Kozo and later Igeki. It's hard to be there. I always find it difficult to be on a trip anywhere in another country except Germany. I find it very easy because it's just fun to go and look around. I'm reading what it's saying, by the way. In 1855, he was adopted by Hayakawa Genzui, a doctor from Nakatome village in Munakata. Ah, that explains why this is here. Yokai became a respected figure among the Fukuoka loyalists. A doctor from Nakatome village in Munakata. Yokai, let's see. No, wait, in 1864, during the first Choshu expedition, Hayakawa, along with Tsukigata Senzo and others, were in Satsuma domain. Give me a second. Yoshinosuke Saigo, the staff officer of the prefectural army, and Takatsugi. Wait, Takatsugi? Whoa! Takatsugi Shinka. Oh my god. Okay, this is history crossing paths. So the name that I'm about to read off is actually someone that has to do with Sakamoto Ryoma from Tosa. Takatsugi Senzo. Let's see. Takatsugi Senzo. No, not that one. Takatsugi Shinsaku and Nakaoka Shintaro. Both of them were from the Tosa area and were a big factor in, in Sakamoto Ryoma in his life of the Choshu troop. God, that takes me back. Nakaoka Shintaro. Oh, wait. I'm getting confused. Shintaro-san was from Tosa. Takatsugi, I believe, was a merchant? I believe Takatsugi was a merchant of the Choshu troops, as well as Sanjo. I'm about to fall asleep. I'm gonna fall asleep for like 14 hours today. That's fair. Let's see, nobles, including Gokyo-sen Sanetomi and eventually led the five nobles to move west, leading to the disbanding of 100,500 up samurai. Hi, samurai です。これはサムライと一緒です。この人はサムライと一緒です。Jesus, Shogunate troops. Domain herds of the loyalists, and Hayakawa spent 2.5 years in prison. Bye, Rabbi. Have a good night's sleep. Alright, let me try translating more. Alright. During the third year of the Keijo era, which is 1867, the restoration of the imperial rule returned to Kyoto, and Hayakawa was also released. In the fourth year of the Keijo era, the first year of the Meiji era, the new government called for conscription. Isamu was involved in the administration of the building. So basically, Takamori Saigo. Hi. Let's see. Judicial affairs. He was also involved in judicial affairs and legislation. Jesus. He's not just a samurai, he's a politician. During his time in the Senate, Isamu opposed the sale of Hokkaido government property. He advised Grandmaster Sanjo to stop the excessive competition between Yadaro and Shinagawa Yajiro. He advised Eiichi Shibusawa and established Nippon Yusen. He drafted the peerage hereditary succession law and became the Minister of the Right. Holy shit. It was Hayakawa who submitted it to Gumi. After retiring from the Senate, he became president of the Tokyo Rice Trading Company, and Shibusawa, he became a co-founder of the Tokyo Exchange. He took care of many young people, Fukuoka, who had high aspirations in Tokyo in his later years. そうですか。面白いですよ。この人は、すっげー。This was like this was all for him. I think this is his grave. Here is a giant stone torii gate that I got to pass under a few times. I didn't get too close to it at this point because I was literally like 10 feet away from the 7-Eleven. So I managed to go to the 7-Eleven, and it's been years since I had been to a 7-Eleven in Japan, so I was so happy to go. I bought a Shonen Jump, a weekly Shonen Jump, weekly Jump, and a few other things. On the way back, I stopped by that. Remember those stairs from earlier? I went up those stairs and found a sacred rock, or at least a rock with something carved into it. And some small shrines. And another Jizo. I learned history, but I don't remember a single thing. 大丈夫、大丈夫。ヒストリーはとても面白いです。でも、ヒストリーも、boring だよ。History can be boring. These are all Jizos. Every single one of these is a Jizo statue. This is also a Jizo statue. I think. これはJizo desu ka? What does that say? Something big. Wait a minute. Didn't we see that? Come on. Didn't we see that lettering earlier as well? ちょっと待って。Shirai Minatohiro. Shirai, so Minatohiro Minatohiro Shidai. And this is, I believe, a statue of the Buddha. Or it could just be a monk. A little place where you could originally wash your hands, I'm guessing. Or just like a little... Akamanto. It was this day that I finally saw the red spider lily. Higabana! Higabana! Hi! Higabana wa suki. Akamanto janai. Higabana! Higabana wa suki. The Higabana is the red spider lily in Japan. And let me tell you, when I saw these things in bloom, they were everywhere. They were absolutely everywhere. They're beautiful to look at. Kono hana wa daisuki desu. I took a lot of pictures of it just because it was surreal to see. Here's the Weekly Shonen Jump that I bought. The Weekly Jump that I bought. One Piece to Shinobi Goto. Shinobi Goto. And also, I got these I got these these little gummies that I could have while I was over there. They were for Hololive, and each one came with a little charm. Oh, this is the last picture. これは最後のピクチャーで、この最後の写真です。写真です。これは最後の写真です。でも、あさって、もう、写真を見せています。見ます。So this was the last of the pictures. Shinobi means ninja. Yes. That I do know because I grew up watching Naruto. But this was definitely the last of the pictures for like up until the 19th. So I only took one picture on the 19th, and I'm guessing it was late at night. I don't remember. Oh no, I remember what I was doing on the 19th. I was busy all day on the 19th. I didn't take any pictures because I was just busy that day. But in 2 days, I will be going over more pictures like this. There he is. There's my partner. この財布はとても what's the word for important? What's the word for important? この財布はとても Welcome back, Naoi. I was just saying how, like, I was just finishing up with the pictures for today, but this picture... I love this coin purse. In 2 days, I'll be going over the days... I'll be going over pictures for the days from, what is it? The 9th? Let's see, the 20th and the 21st. And on Monday, the day after, 22nd. Every day, I'm going to be going over more pictures. On the days that I don't go over pictures, or the days I don't stream, we will be covering those days afterwards. I really love this cat bus. Neko bus. And the children always loved the Neko bus. Let's see. Alright. Let's swap back to what we were doing before. Hi. この財布、ちょっと待ってください。6年前、この財布は買いました。 東京に買いました。お、これは素敵な財布です。I love this coin purse. And the children loved it too. ちょっと待ってください. I'm gonna find it really quick. Oh wait, that's right. I was going to be going over what I was doing. Would you all like to hear? So, the first few entries from when I was there don't really have much information. Let me find something really quick. I must have put it back in storage. I must have put the coin purse in storage to keep him safe. But with me right now, I have my journal. So I'm gonna be reading a little bit from the journal. On day 1, I arrived at the dorm. At the airport, I was stuck in customs because they were unfamiliar with why my medications needed due processing. I met with the GHJ and met Leia, one of my coworkers, a person I'll be working with. I met John late at night because John came in with some of the others and woke me up. Note, the Hong Kong 6-hour layover and cool unmanned. Oh yeah! So there was something really cool in the Hong Kong one that I didn't take a picture of. これは、ちょっと待ってください. I need to find a picture of this. Let me see. We're also going to be getting two news articles up. But let's see. Hong Kong unmanned convenience store. Autonomous convenience stores. Yes. So these. So I encountered one of these. I did not know what the fuck this was at first. This is an autonomous convenience store. Nobody runs it. Nobody works in it. You are allowed in by giving them your card. And then on your way out, you take your card back and they charge whatever you have scanned to the card. It was so fucking weird. I had never seen anything like it. Not even in Japan had I seen anything like that. Alright. We're gonna open up on this article. Just let me finish what I was saying. So, on the second day, I was mostly waiting for arrivals and met with everyone. And on the third day, I borrowed... So, the first few days were mostly just practice. The third day, though, I borrowed the bike. That was the first day I borrowed the bike. I didn't really write much for the first few days. Later days have more detail, but for the first few days, it was just like simple stuff. Now then, let's take a look at this news article, and this will be the last thing that we do for today, because I will kind of want to relax for a little bit, because I'm kind of tired. Okay? 皆さん行くぞ Okay. 茨城県とても強い風が吹いて建物が壊れた So in other words, in Ibaraki Prefecture, strong winds, many strong winds destroyed houses, destroyed buildings. Blew and destroyed buildings. 危ないですよ。18日午後 on the 18th, on the afternoon of the 18th, 茨城県でとても強い風が吹きました。A strong wind blew into Ibaraki Prefecture. スカバ道で、スカバ道では、20以上の建物が壊れました。No less than 20 buildings were destroyed in Tsukuba City. Let's see. 2階建てとても、手建てのペフレスクバシ。ありがとう。Hold up. What is this?
プレハブ
Prehab. Oh, like prefab. Prehab no tademono a two-story. Let's see, a two-story. Let's see, two-story prefabricated building. 1階から倒れました。So I believe it collapsed and lost one. Yes, it lost one of its floors and collapsed. Which is exactly what this is. This is the prefab house that collapsed. 窓グラスが割れた小学校もあります。And windows broke in a elementary school. Windows broke in an elementary school. 境町 which is Sakai Town. では、30トンの大きいcrane. Ah, right. So a 30-ton crane が道に倒れました. I believe this is saying it fell. Yeah, 30-ton crane fell. Yeesh. 危ない. I don't see anything about anyone dying though, so that's good. 大丈夫だよ。気をつけてくださいの人が被害のあった場所にいて、ちょっとdamaged place. Be careful going to damaged places. どのような What sort of どのような風が吹いたか調べています。So they're investigating what kind of wind caused all this. 危ないですよ。Alright, last article. 一年に必要な米の量を国が計算した。So I believe this is, amount of rice, country, important. 必要。この財布はとても必要です。この財布はとても必要の財布です。Yes, that's it. That wallet is an important wallet. この財布は必要な財布です。So, 国は in the country, 来年6月までの1年間に必要な米の量を計算しました。Yes, so they did the calculations for how much rice is needed between this year and next year's June. Yes, that's June. 人が食べの子 Oh my god. 食べの米の量は690 97万トンから711万トン. So they need about, so they need between this amount. になりそうだと言っています。俺のお腹がすごく痛いですよ。一番多い場合でもOkay, 前の年と同じぐらいになると考えています。疲れましたね。やれ。寝ませんよ。Can't sleep. I can't sleep yet. Why do I keep yawning? 国は今まで必要な米が毎年10万トンずつ少なくなると。God. Hold up. Decrease. Yes. So. Okay, I think I know what to say. Yes, they were doing this they were thinking that it won't decrease, but it has been decreasing. しかし、2年続けて国の計算より多くの米が必要になりました。In other words, it's continued to decrease over the last 2 years. このため、because of this, このため、米の値段が上がったと言われています。So the price of rice is rising as it becomes more sparse. 今年は横に来る外国人が食べる量なども考えて計算しました。So they think that a lot of foreigners have been eating it over the last year. 国によると今年取れる米は728万トンから745万トンになりました。They believe that in this coming year, they're going to need between, I believe this is 7,200,000, no. Yeah, 7,280,000 and 7,450 pounds. 国は必要な量より多くの米が取れそうだと言っています。So right now, the government says that it's very important to measure how much rice you are using because of how sparse it is. じゃあ、俺のストリームを終わりしています。皆さん、ありがとうございました。あさってストリームもしている。I hope to see you all. I'm going to be wrapping it up for today. I'm kind of tired and I need to be ready for tomorrow. So I'm going to wrap it up. we are going to be raiding on the Twitch side into who? Oh, we're gonna raid into Mocha Aino. Raid Mocha Aino. Everyone, I will be back in. God damn it, Mocha. I will raid into. We'll raid into Rin Penrose. Everyone, I hope to see you again on Sunday. I'll be back then. Have a wonderful rest of your day. お疲れ様でした。お疲れ様です。